Hey guys, what's up? Ruben here from Midnight Garage, and today I will install a set of aftermarket adjustable tow arms on the Castrol EG sedan, and I figured it might be a good idea to make a video about how to install them and how to adjust them. So that's what we're going to do today.
Alright, so first up, how to put them together. Well, if you look closely, you can see that one nut has a notch in it. If you look at it here. And this side has a notch in it as well. And this side does not. And this nut does not as well. That means that these are for the regular right-hand thread. And these two are for the left-hand thread. It's very important that you do not mix these up, because if you do, you're going to mess up the entire thread and you will basically break it before you've even installed it. Well, my first tip is to just grab some copper compound and dip it in there and just put the nut all the way to the back of the thread. All the way. That means there's copper compound everywhere and it needs to be in the back anyways. So you'll just be doing yourself a huge favor with this copper compound, as it's definitely going to increase the livelihood of your tow arms. Now we will install the centerpiece. Make sure you twist it all the way in as well. And we do that for both sides. Alright, so all threads are in as far as possible. Why is this important? Well, obviously with the centerpiece, because one's left-handed and one's right-handed, you can adjust it and basically make the tow arm longer and shorter, and that's how you adjust it. But if you put them in as far as possible, you mean you have the maximum reach of how far you can adjust them without one falling out and the other one still staying in, because now they're in completely and now they will stay in for as long as possible. Now obviously in this position they are way too short, which would lead to massive tow in once you install them. So a good tip for me for a basic position is to get the original arm and put 2 bolts over it and then just make it longer all the way until they fit over the 2 bolts like this, and now they're of equal length as the original arms. And now the only thing you need to do is tighten the nuts. Right, so now both tow arms are in the default position and are ready to be placed under the car. Now I will show you guys real short what it's going to do if you're going to adjust them. Well, if you're going to make them shorter, you'll most likely are going to get more tow in. Tow in gives your car more straight line stability. If you make them longer, you're going to get more tow out, and tow out gives your car a bit more corner stability. And well, if you're going to have a road car, it's best to have them at 0 tow, because then at least the tire threads will last longer. And if you have one at tow out and one in tow in, you're probably going to crab walk your car. Now, one very big piece of advice from my side is go to a shop and get it adjusted, and don't do it yourself. So just put them in the default position and then drive your car to a shop and get it adjusted and get a report from that, because most unlikely you're going to mess things up rather than improve the handling of your car if you're just randomly going to adjust these things. So for the guys, if you like track racing and you want to go to a shop to get it adjusted, most people I know usually have it to, well, 1/2 degree or 1 degree tow out, and they say that pretty much improves the handling of your car. And if you just have a daily driver and you want to maintain your tires, then a 0 tow is probably the best for you. So you can just say that to any shop that does the alignment and they will do that for you. Now it's time to jack up the car and put it on jack stands. Well, now we get to the point where I say you don't really need these aftermarket tow arms, as the original tow arm bolt is a slider type and you can adjust them originally as well. So do you 100% need them? No, not really. Are they recommended? Yeah, because most of these cars are between 17 and 28 years old, and definitely after that it might be a good idea to replace these for new ones. Well, I've just sprayed some zinc spray around the bolt, and I'll let that dry first, because what it will do is it will create a nice round circle around the bolt, and once I will reinstall everything, I will know that I've put everything in the right position again. Now, before you do anything else, loosen this bolt first slightly, because once there's enough play and you've loosened everything else, it's very hard to loosen this one. So if you just loosen it up a couple of turns, then you should be able to remove it once everything else is loose. Then after you've done that, you need to loosen the bolts here on the trailing arm, here and here. So you can loosen that bolt I've just shown you. And then lastly, you can loosen the bolt here. And then you can remove everything. Right, everything's all loose. Now we can put the new tow arm in between there and readjust everything. Now there are quite some contrasting information about the torque specs, but as far as I found out, that the two here
And both the two here all should be at 65 Newton meters according to one of the owner's manuals I have. So that's the number I'm going to give to you guys. Also, be sure to use copper compound once again, because that will definitely make it a whole lot easier once you need to readjust everything later on. So when you're going to reinstall everything, torque this one to spec first, then that one there, and then lastly the ones here, because once you do these here, then you cannot torque the first one to spec. So start with that one. Well, due to my trick with the paint, I can very easily see where the bolt used to be, and that makes it really easy to reinstall this one as well. Right, everything's reinstalled again, everything's tightened to spec again. Make sure you tighten these nuts as well, just to be sure, because these might get loose again, and you definitely don't want it to get loose, because then your tracking is all over the place. So be sure to do that. Right, and that's about it. Now, if you've done it like I've done it, you should be pretty safe and you can drive it like that, but definitely I will recommend you to go to an alignment shop and get everything aligned, just to be sure. So yeah guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more how-tos, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.